PK in the universe, and I'm back again, and today I'm here to talk about selling off my collection. Am I selling my entire collection? No, I'm actually just going to pare down some of my collection. This is something I've kind of been doing on and off for like 10 years, to be honest. I have been collecting for over 10 years. And it's something I enjoy doing. It's something I've always been passionate about, but it goes in cycles, and I've really matured as a collector over time. I think all of us at some point mature as a video game collector. Some people never do. Some people just continuously continue to pile up and keep accumulating stuff forever and ever. But the majority of people, I think, do eventually mature in or mature out of the collecting scene. Some people do outright sell their entire collection. So I want to talk about this. So first of all, I want to talk about how lately I have been selling more of my collection and to pay for other things that are more important to me, you know, and like not that long ago, I sold like 26 Game Boy games for like $200. These weren't even that good at Game Boy games, but the market for selling games is great right now. This is a seller's market when it comes to video games. There's a lot of people, since you know they're still dealing with the pandemic and the fallout from that, are out there, you know, have all this extra money and want to buy games. And there's some people who are just like also dealing with it in their own way and just like, this doesn't mean anything. There's more to life than video games. I'm going to get rid of this crap. And I feel like I fall into both of these categories because there are things I'm interested in buying. And I think people buy games oftentimes maybe because for a lot of different reasons. Sometimes people buy games because they're a shopaholic, or they're just addicted to buying games, or they're like me, they're on social media way too much. Or they see somebody else buying something, they're like, oh, I want that too, I'm gonna get that, you know. Or they got, you know, the fear of missing out. Yes, the FOMO. They get the FOMO, and I'm guilty of getting the FOMO. Recently, I just bought an Atari VCS, you know, the new system that Atari had come out with a couple years ago. My friend Super Nintendo had showed me one of those, and he brought it over here, and I played it, and I thought it was kind of pretty cool, you know. It's not the greatest thing of all time, but I thought it was interesting enough that I would like get it. It always felt like it was something that was just way out of my price range, you know, and forever out of reach. I'm like, I can't justify, you know, spending $250. Well, fortunately, GameStop, or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, was selling them for $99, and it was for like a 2 or 3 hour window there. I happened to be on social media like an idiot, of course, and I saw it, and I'm like, well, I gotta have that. I mean, I even told my wife, I'm like, I'm gonna cry if I don't get this. I'm just kidding. Ish. But anyways, so I got this. I bought it, and I should be getting it tomorrow at the time of this recording. And so maybe when you're watching this video, I've already got my Atari VCS. And, you know, I'm going to use that to play, well, Atari games and other games too. And you can turn it into a Steam box. And I have like 4 games on Steam, so that should be fun, right? So there's a lot of reasons to get that. And I think, yeah, social media plays a huge role in why we buy stuff, and we see our friends buying stuff and just we're like, oh, I want to get that too. Sometimes we just don't have much self-control because of how we choose to spend our time, you know, and we, you know, it's like, it's a weird thing because on one hand, you know, you want to share your passion, but on the other hand, you also don't want to be the person who's constantly selling stuff to other people because you can get carried away doing that too. You know, it's like I say with Evercade. I've said this in a lot of my comment sections with Evercade. It's like, I'm not here to sell you on Evercade. I'm here to share my passion. And people can't believe that because they're just so cynical. There's so many cynical people out there who just think everybody who is excited about something is a corporate shill. And everybody who has criticism is a hater. You know, it's just like, you know, people are very extreme, especially on social media, especially in YouTube comment sections. But I'm getting a little carried away here with that. But anyways, I want to talk about, you know, I guess, you know, the collecting aspect, you know, and why people do this. And it makes a lot of sense, you know, to buy things that you're excited about. But you might not be excited about anything forever. And you maybe be like, oh, you know, I don't really have any interest in playing this game now, but I don't really want to get rid of it. And it's hard to do that for a lot of people, you know, to let go and give up, you know. Collecting and hoarding is a fine line, honestly. And a lot of people don't see that there are hoarding, or, you know, and some people, I'm not saying everybody watching this video is hoarding. That is not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that at some point, you know, you can go too far with collecting, you know, and all of a sudden you realize you're just putting money on the shelf. You're converting your money to plastic. That's all you're doing. That's what my friend Super Nintendo has said a lot, actually. And it's true. It's true, honestly. So yeah, I've been selling off parts of my collection. I've been doing it for a lot of years, but I've really been going kind of hardcore lately. And I've been trying to get rid of all my PS2 games. Well, not all my PS2 games. You know, just what I can hold in my cabinet. I have like a cabinet that just has all my PS2 games. And you know, I had games behind games, which is ridiculous. So what I've done actually is now I've actually put some cardboard boxes behind it, so I can't just, you know, keep stacking games like that. And I think that's a good tactic. And again, I keep all my games in drawers and in cabinets, and I think that's good for my collection because it keeps it away from dust and sunlight. And, you know, it's not all about like just, you know, oh, this is a background for me. And I think that's what a lot of people do. I remember once I had sold a bunch of PS1 games on eBay, and I remember somebody saying, "Oh, this is great, man." I think in the you know, the review of my sale to them, they were like, "This is great to get these PS1 games. These are great games. This will be really great for filling out the shelf." There's a lot of people right now who, you know, buy stuff on eBay who are just filling out the shelf. I mean, that's just what it is, you know, when you buy these big lots. But you know, you never think about what are you going to do when you don't really want these anymore, or these are taking up too much space. Are you going to pay money to have them stored? You know, and I don't have that issue. I have plenty of space, but I don't have the time. I don't have the time to play all these games, and I never will. And a lot of people are collecting games for a time to play them that are never going to exist. So you got to ask yourself, is this really worth my money and worth my time? So anyways, I just wanted to have a conversation about this topic because some other people have obviously made videos about it, and I thought that was interesting. So I thought I'm going to make a video about this. So what are your guys' thoughts about collecting, about selling your collection off? Have you sold your collection off? Was it the best thing that ever happened to you? Do you feel guilty when you sell games off? I can honestly say every game I've ever sold, I have always been happy to see it go, honestly. I've never looked back and be like, oh, that was an unobtainable game. Why did I ever sell that? So everybody has different perspectives, and I want to hear yours. What are your thoughts on this? Comment below. Love to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and stay awesome in this universe. Thanks. Bye.